Thank you for joining me in the reading of Life Transformed: 6 Steps to a Future Beyond Your Imagination. Introduction. Thank you for buying this book and heeding the call to action. We need people to step up and make a significant difference in their lives and the world. Once you begin to live with intention and utilize the power of the universe, things change and miracles happen. Life Transformed is designed to get people doing the work. I want to know about the changes in your life, read about your miracles, and add those stories into future books as evidence that this works. Please join us in this experiment. Report your experiences, changes, and miracles on the Life Transformed group Facebook page. Thank you for your participation. Chapter 1, Creating a Life Plan. The difference between great people and everyone else is that great people create their lives actively, while everyone else is created by their lives, passively waiting to see where their life takes them next. Michael E. Gerber. Are you creating your life actively, or are you taking it as it comes? Do you believe there's more to this life than you are currently experiencing? Are you successful in everyone's eyes but your own? Did your kids recently leave for college and now you don't know what to do with yourself? Are you mostly happy, but know there must be more to life than this? For all intents and purposes, your life is fine, and yet you are not content, not very satisfied? Are you restless? What do you do now? If any of these resonate with you, you are a seeker, seeking a better situation than you're currently experiencing. You know there's something about you or about what you are doing that could be better. Could have more experience. In the grand plan of the universe, you are perfect exactly how you are, where you are right now. But most of us have this nagging feeling inside that there's something more or better in store for us. Perhaps we feel we are capable of something greater than what we are currently doing. We are looking for a more purpose-driven life. The truth is, we are capable of more. We are capable of doing anything on which we set our hearts and minds. Seekers are essential to the world. No matter what is going on in our lives, we as seekers are looking for something better and bigger. It's not like the grass is always greener syndrome. We're not trying to be better than other people. We say to ourselves, I know there's something more I should be doing with my life. I'm here to do greater things. This nagging feeling is perfect. It means you're continually improving, learning, aiming for something in closer alignment to your true nature. In the eyes of the universe, while you are perfect, this feeling is necessary for significant change to occur. It's this feeling that propels us toward greatness. Anticipatory joy is the root of the seeking process. The innate seeking system is naturally set up to help people and animals investigate and work out the meaning of their environment, according to Dr. Jacques Panskep, a former professor at Bowling Green University. He states, the seeking circuits are fully engaged when an animal is involved in high anticipation, intense interest, or insatiable curiosity. It is the process of seeking that is so pleasurable and satisfying, rather than the arriving of having found. It's about the journey rather than the destination. A few summers ago, my kids and I walked part of the Camino de Santiago, the pilgrimage in Santiago, Spain, where the remains of St. James are supposedly housed. Traditionally, people walk 500 kilometers from Portugal or France. We only had a week, so we walked the last 100 kilometers or so. Along the way, we met a man who had walked from Sweden. His journey was 2,000 kilometers. This man was a relentless seeker of adventure. He showed us all his photos and told us crazy stories about nearly losing his toes and getting bitten by a dog. We met up with this man several times in our journey. When the kids and I reached the Basilica in Santiago, we were surprised to find it covered in scaffolding with very few people in the plaza. We wondered if we were in the wrong place. It was so quiet, non-celebratory. Then as we sat watching people make it, small moments of wonder began happening around us. A sizable group of ladies with fibromyalgia and pink team shirts completed their journey and stood in tearful embrace. Families greeted other family members in congratulations. Then we saw our Swedish acquaintance approach the basilica. He stood, looked around for a while, and left. After walking 2,000 kilometers, he arrived with absolutely no fanfare. He made it to the finish line and quietly walked away toward his next adventure. Not even a selfie. His journey was more important than the destination. Don't let your desire for change go unanswered, nor think that it is a sign of someone who can never be satisfied. This is life's call to be more, never goes away. It's a divine sense of incompletion. It's how life expands through you. By Mike Dooley in Playing the Matrix. We need people like you, like the Swedish man, who are answering the call for more. If we did not have seekers, we would have a world of people who are complacent, putting up with life as it is, or content, happy with life as it is, or at various stages on that continuum, but not deliberately moving forward. For significant change to happen, we need movers, shakers, channel changers, discontented people who are looking for something better. We need people who are purpose-driven. I met a man at Valley View Hot Springs in Crestone, Colorado, who advised me, you choose to be content. I about clobbered him. My not being content means I've not found my full purpose yet. This discontented feeling at this moment in my life is vital to keep me moving toward my purpose. When we seekers are on a mission, we are thrilled. When we cease to search, we wrestle with discontent and boredom until we find our mission again. Who am I? I am a relentless seeker of more information, greater happiness, and unique experiences. Since I was a young girl, I have had a crazy notion that I was going to do great things in this world. I did well in school, was in student council and Future Business Leaders of America. I graduated from college holding an MBA with honors. Everything I've ever done, I've done with gusto. I even had kids and raised them with as much dedication as I could muster. I've started numerous businesses with varying degrees of success. I've had fantastic opportunities in my life, some that blew my mind, like designing dance costumes for world-class dancers in New York City. I've enjoyed the great privilege of teaching the business of fashion and entrepreneurship at several different universities. This propelling on a mission feeling has been the impetus for the things I've done in my life, everything I've done in my life. My most recent endeavor was establishing Becky's Yoga Clothing, an organic cotton-based, eco-friendly yoga clothing company. I set out to bring to the yoga market colorful, eco-friendly clothing that featured intention tags. Each garment had sewn into it a label that contained an affirmative word like strength, grace, love, courage, joy, and wisdom. According to the research of Masaru Emoto, when we place a word on a bottle or glass of water, it changes the structure of the water. A positive word results in the creation of a beautiful crystal when the water is frozen. When the water is exposed to a negative word, the resulting crystal lacks symmetry and is not beautiful. His theory is that since this happens with water and the human body is made up of mostly water, then a word on our body will result in a restructuring of the water in our body. I love this idea, and I created a company based on it. I recently sold the company. Now that it is on its way, I'm ready to take on the new challenge of coaching, writing, and healing. My life so far has been great, but I want to make a significant difference in this world. Who am I to write this book? I'm a person actively on this life transformed path, just a few steps ahead, perhaps. I'm not an expert in the fields of psychology, healing, or neuroscience, though I have a great passion for those topics. I'm an explorer. I'm here to share what I have found and what has worked for me. Life as a seeker. So how do we navigate life as a seeker? We constantly read self-help books or business books. We go on personal growth retreats. We watch endless videos by thought leaders. Perhaps we pray for something to come our way that magically transforms us from good to great. Many of us remain in the space of wanting life to be different, hoping that in time things will change, knowing life is inevitable, knowing change is inevitable. If we knew how to change to get what we want, we would have already done it. But we keep trying. The truth is, one, most often we look outside ourselves for the answers. Two, emotional blocks and limiting behaviors thwart our efforts. And three, we let life happen to us rather than make things happen for ourselves. What we need to do is look inward, seek inside ourselves for the answers, look at the blocks and limiting beliefs that are holding us back, and then determine our heart's desire so we can manifest that in our lives. We know the answers, We can transform our lives by doing this deep internal work. This is what we do in the Life Transform process, and it's all about you. You know the answers. It's time to look inside yourself for those answers. Feeling guilty spending time working on yourself? Yes, of course. You have a million things to do, and everyone in your life is seemingly more important. The work presented in this book requires focused you time. About 8 to 12 dedicated hours answering questions and identifying what you want in life. You can do a chapter at a time, taking it slowly. The work you are doing in this book is just a step on your path that will accelerate you towards a life of your dreams. Life transformation is not something we can do once and mark off as complete. Instead, it is a continuous process that includes trying something new, making mistakes, falling and getting back up again, experiencing moments of success and contentment along the way. Definition of success. I wrote this book to help individuals in the community of seekers and entrepreneurs sort through their life so they can increase the likelihood of success in life. Success means different things to different people. Each person needs to look inside themselves to define what success looks like to them. The official definition of success, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is favorable or desired outcome. Income also, the attainment of wealth, favor, or eminence, which means prominent position. We make the mistake of assuming everyone wants wealth, favor, or prominent position. This is not necessarily true. To some people, success does mean wealth and profitability. To others, it might mean a happy, healthy family, having impact on others, always doing their best, accomplishing their goals. In fact, our definition of success changes throughout our life. We may begin by defining success as having enough money to live independently from our parents. Eventually, success is more an internal feeling where our reality aligns with our values or having a positive impact on others. There is a growing number of people who consider themselves minimalists. Their idea of success is living a simple lifestyle with few possessions, free from distractions, so they can focus on their personal or their purpose or passion. My artist son Zane is a minimalist. He has 5 items of clothing and a few pieces of furniture and spends his time creating beautiful artwork. Success to him is sustaining a lifestyle that enables him to paint for a living. Whatever your definition of success, it is important to identify it so you know in which direction to move. You will identify your version of success in this transformation process, as it will help inform your life plan. What is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate the beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a little bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you lived. This is to be successful. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life plan similar to business plan. Every good entrepreneur knows you need a business plan before starting a business. These days, we might use the Lean Startup Method by Eric Ries. This method of business planning is just beginning with a 1-page plan or lean canvas that documents the main points of business, knowing that everything is based on the entrepreneur's best guess and changes with every step taken toward its completion. For instance, you may think your ideal customers are women between the ages of 25 and 45. After some market testing, you realize the product appeals to women who are older, 45 to 65. This is helpful information, resulting in either a change in the product, marketing plan, or business plan in general. In the Lean Canvas method, we are guided to be fairly broad in our thinking, knowing we are throwing out our best intention, trusting that the process results in continuous new information that will refine and inform the plan along the way. It is important that we have a plan in the first place. Before developing a business plan, I believe it is essential to create a life plan in which you assess your strengths and weaknesses and determine what success looks like. You might identify the resources available to you to start as part of the planning. You need to know where you want to go with this life so you know where you are headed. I've defined 9 areas that we will address during the life planning process outlined in this book: career, travel, legacy, partnership, reputation, wealth, health, knowledge, and ideal self. We will use Eric Rice's idea of a one-page lean canvas to build a life plan, including all that we know about ourselves right now, understanding that this will be a challenge or that this will result in change. This is a growing, evolving document. My first life plan. I'm an avid planner. While I was attending graduate school in Colorado, my husband was living in San Francisco. Yes, not with me. Providing or putting a robotic food delivery system in a jail in Pleasanton, California. After 8 months, about 8 months before I graduated with my MBA, I went to San Francisco to visit him. I had $500 to spend and knew I would spend a good bit of money on clothing. This got me to thinking, do I spend the money on professional clothing or stay-at-home mom clothing? And that led me down a rabbit hole of life possibilities. It may seem trivial, but it was the catalyst that started us talking about planning a family. One thing I knew for sure, I wanted to have kids as soon as it made sense so I could have them in my life for the maximum amount of time possible. I started thinking, wow, now might be a good time to have children. In fact, I realized that once I graduated and had a well-paying job, it would be hard to give up the money, stop my career, momentum, and stay at home raising kids. I mentioned this plan to my husband over the phone and he panicked. We both wanted children, but had never had a serious conversation about it. My left brain dominant husband needed more time to think about it and more information about why this might be the perfect time to have kids. To help guide the conversation, I created a flow chart of different possible scenarios and the ramifications of each option. The options were: start family, husband continues to work, we stay in Colorado, near family, I buy fun clothes. Next, start family, husband goes to grad school to get a master's degree in engineering. We live in married student housing in Colorado. I don't buy clothes and we save the $500 for living expenses. Lastly, I get a job. We move to another state where there are fashion-oriented business and I buy work clothes. In the end, we chose option 2, start a family while my husband went to grad school, staying close to grandparents and babysitters. We figured we might as well capitalize on the fact that we were already getting by on very little money. I got pregnant that very day and had our daughter 9 months later. The funny thing is, despite our planning efforts, 1 month before she was born and right after I graduated, my husband got a job in Pennsylvania and we moved to the East Coast. His company helped us buy our first home and we had our parents' first grandchild 1,000 miles away from their help. In retrospect, that isolation made us grow very close as a family and allowed me to focus on being a mom. Sometimes having a plan still results in a future beyond what our minds might imagine. I love that idea. Let's begin the life transformation process. In this book, I guide you through a 6-step process of life transformation. It marries the concepts of the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne about the law of attraction and the career crafting book What Colors Your Parachute by Richard Bowles. I will take you through a personal assessment of a know thyself process. We will heal emotional blocks and move past limiting behaviors, a heal thyself process. And then you will harness the power of the universe to create the perfect future for yourself through inspired action steps. Basic assumptions. My goal is to introduce a method for life transformation rather than focus on the science to support it. I'm asking you to trust the process and agree to suspend disbelief while you work through this material. See for yourself if it works. You are part of the great experiment here. Your belief it will work is part of what makes it work. It is important, though, that you understand some of the basic assumptions on which this work is based. You create your reality. Human beings have an extraordinary capacity to influence the world through their emotions and intentions, through their thoughts. This capacity is not limited to people with special gift. Your effectiveness depends only on your willingness and how much you practice. Your unlimited supply of thoughts can be used to heal your body and mind, heal your family, improve your community, and change the world. We are all connected. We are all a part of a collective consciousness. What happens to you impacts me, and what happens to me impacts you. The health and happiness of our neighbors affect our health and happiness. For you to do the forthcoming work of life transformation, it is essential that you know you are a part of the whole, part of the world, rather than separate from it. Your intentions and actions impact those around you, causing others to change and shift as well. Each one of us is a unique wave in this ocean of humanity. We are all connected. We are pure energy. We are pure energy constantly in motion with a unique vibrational signature. A thought is merely an aspect of pure energy that carries information, and information transfer constantly happens between living things. You attract and repel elements of your life based on your vibration. When your vibration changes, the things that do not resonate with this new vibration must change. People, opportunities, and jobs will come and go according to your unique vibrational resonance. When you do the work outlined in this book, you may find friends or jobs going away. Rest assured, this is happening to make room for something better or more in line with your new resonance. Thoughts become things. Thoughts profoundly affect all aspects of our life. Every thought is sacred and has an impact, whether that impact is intentional or not. We have the power to use directed thought to make significant changes in our world. As observers and creators, we are constantly remaking our world at every instant. Every thought we have, every judgment we hold, however unconscious, is having an effect. With every moment that is noticed, that it notices, the conscious mind is sending an intention. By Lynn McTaggart. The mind is a powerful healer. The mind is a powerful healer, proven through the placebo effect to be as powerful as the greatest drugs. It doesn't require unique gifts to heal. You can self-heal through the power of your mind. Your ability to heal yourself or others improves with practice, but begins with simple willingness and intention. The space where the potential to heal, to manifest things in our lives, to improve relationships and change the world, exists in a quantum field of energy. It's called the 0 point field, the net, ether, or divine matrix. Ancient cultures have known about this for centuries, each giving it a unique name and weaving it into their creation story. Even Einstein acknowledged that ether has to exist for the laws of physics to exist. It is the conduit within which waves move, waves of light and sound. Greg Braden, scientist and author of Divine Matrix, describes this field as the quantum net that connects the universe, as well as the infinitely microscopic and energetic blueprint for everything, from healing our bodies to forging world peace. To recognize our true power, we need to understand what this field is and how it works. It is not new. However, Western science has recently discovered and proven that it exists. You will work with this field of energy by communicating through emotions what your heart desires. In this space, you affect the past, present, and future, and make things happen for yourself. Through intentional communication with this quantum field, you take responsibility for your health, happiness, and abundance, and create a better future for yourself. You are empowered to change your life by understanding how to communicate with this divine matrix. This is about you. This book is about you, who you are at the very core of your being, what you want from your life, you. Feel free to close your eyes at any time and go within, deep into your gut. There lie the answers. With a little bit of self-focus and calling on this field of all possibilities, you will move toward the life of your dreams and be on your unique mission. Let's do this. You will notice writing prompts and questions throughout the book. These are carefully curated to move you through a thought process. You are welcome to answer them directly in this book, start a journal, or go to the author's website, www.beckyprater.com, and download the companion workbook, Know Thyself, Pocket Guide to Figuring Yourself Out. You are welcome and encouraged to pass this guide to anyone who might find it helpful. Young people love doing this exercise. It helps them look inside and do a self-evaluation, a good practice to establish early in life. Let this book be the key that unfolds your unlimited potential and brings about a future better than you could imagine for yourself.